So, good afternoon to all of you.
Good afternoon.
Welcome to the training program and regional meeting here in Manila. I'm quite happy that there is a substantial number of participants from the Philippines, first of all, but also from Asia. We feel sad because we are missing our friends from Taiwan. But they have a few problems, you know, when they go back to Taiwan, they have to do 1 week quarantine. So that creates some problem for the organizer. But anyway, we have already done 2 of this training program. The first one was done in Europe in the month of May. The second one was done in South Africa for the Indian Ocean Bar. And you are the third group. The third guinea pigs, because this training is a training for guinea pigs in the sense that Stefano Volpicelli, that will be our facilitator, he did a research in among Stella Maris a few months ago, or more than a few months ago, 1 or 2 years ago, and he came out with a program. So now we are testing the program with this three pilot project, and from what we are going to learn from this 3 pilot project in 3 different parts of the world, most probably we are going to develop program that will be rolled out around the world for all the Stella Maris chapter. So I don't say anything else in the sense that you will see how the things are done. Most of the session will require your participation. You have to say what you think, what you feel about the work with Stella Maris, how you imagine Stella Maris. And I think the good things about this group, that is a very good mixture, because we have some chaplains that they are really experienced, they have been in the ministry for ages already, and we can call it the dinosaur of the Stella Maris. And after we have the young chaplains, the new one, the one that they are starting, the baby dinosaur, that most probably will grow up, the baby one, that maybe they don't know things about Stella Maris. But the important thing is, do not be afraid to speak. Here, there is no wrong or right, correct or not correct. The important thing is that each one of you will express what he's feeling, what he understands Stella Maris should be. And I think from putting together all these different feelings, suggestion, impression, and everything, we will be able to create a picture of the Stella Maris that we want and we like. So we are putting together little pieces of the puzzle, and when we put it together, we will see the picture completed. So even during these days, don't worry if you don't see the things clearly, because it's like the pieces of the puzzle. They are all there on the table, you don't know where they go. But by the end of these 3 days, I'm sure that we will be able to complete the puzzle, and to get a nice picture. And of course, this will put the foundation for the work of Stella Maris in the future, because we have been going through a very difficult time, the pandemic that has changed dramatically our way of doing the ministry, the war in Ukraine in a way also has affected our ministry, and many other things that have been happening now. many ports it's difficult to do ship visiting. In other ports, the seafarers they cannot come ashore, and so we have to adjust ourselves to this new reality. And this training workshop that we are doing will help us to prepare ourselves for the future stellar analysis. So now I let Padre Paolo, the regional coordinator, to say a few words of welcoming, and after we start. Thank you. Since I am one of the dinosaurs, welcome to the Vatican team, Bruno and the sisters. Thank you, because I think we are priests and sisters and lay persons that we are always busy. I am afraid it was not easy for us to say yes. There are so many reasons, but I guess Filipinos who are here allow me to say this for those who are not from this nation. On behalf of us in the Philippines, welcome and thank you for being here. And of course, we welcome our facilitator, Stefano Volpice.
It's cold. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Everyone. Thank you for having me. And I'm very excited to be here. As Bruce mentioned, this is the third session that we are rolling out. It's the previous two, in a way, were interesting because each one is new. Okay, we are, as you will see, the way this session has been designed is to meet you, okay, to fit with your reality. It's not anything has been designed in order to bring you something that does not belong to your reality. Okay? Before, let's say, starting official, let me say something immediately. This setting, okay? This setting, I insisted, okay? Because I met some, how do you say, resistance from the co-organizer, because there is some sort of standard not to which you are accustomed to. Okay? But I'm here to break the rules, okay? And I'm here to involve you as much as possible. You will not spend much time sitting on those chairs, because you will discuss, exercise, play games, role-playing, etc., etc. Okay? Because we learn through that interaction among ourselves. Okay? I know nothing about seafarers. I know nothing about fishers. I stepped foot on ships probably 3 times in my life, and only ferry. So I know nothing. You are the one who knows. Each one of you is the owner of, as Bruno said, pieces of puzzles. Okay? We want to create one common knowledge from the pieces that you have, the experience that you have. It doesn't exist a way to be a good port chaplains. Each one of you is doing his best. Each one of you is the owner of a methodology. Okay? We are not here to impose any methodology. We are not here to teach you. We are not so arrogant. We don't know, and we respect your knowledge. What is important is to put the knowledge in the middle. Okay? This is what we are going to do in the next 2 days and a half. Okay? Just to clarify this, you will not stay sitting like that for longer than basically 1 hour per day. Okay, so relax. A few words about myself. I'm Stefano Volpicelli, as is written there. I am a trainer. I was since ever. I was a trainer since I started working. As I said, I have no basic experience in nothing else but human relationship. That is my field of experience, and especially healthy relationship. The relationship we have with those who are in need. Okay? Those we try to support and to assist in their life, because sometimes their life is, they struggle for their life. Okay? So I rely on you totally. In my portfolio, in my background with religious institution, I have my 20 years experience with the Talita Kum network that maybe you know. I'm one of the founders of the network. I've been collaborating with it from 2004, and previously I also collaborated with Caritas Internationalis and other NGOs, religious NGOs, but I mentioned just the two most important at the moment. That's it, basically. I'm not religious myself. I am a father of a boy, and that's it about myself. Before starting with the program, I ask you, because I have a bad habit, I want to know who you are, okay, to start with. So, I'm from Italy, and I put myself here, because I'm coming from the very west. Okay? Now, I ask all of you to say a few words about who you are, port in which you are serving yourself, and then when you finish your brief, short presentation, you stand up and pick up a position, geographical position. Okay? I'm here in my Italy. So, according to the map, the east should go there. Okay? South Korea, Philippines, Thailand, etc. Put yourself more as comfortable as you can. Okay? You can start from I don't know if you feel comfortable to remove the mask. We are all vaccinated. Adult and vaccinated, as we say.
Good morning, fathers, brothers. I am Lloyd Edgardo C. Manzano from the Diocese of San Fernando. I am a new assigned director of the migrants and chaplains of our diocese, and I am a new priest just recently ordained last year, November 15, 2020.
Hello everyone. I'm really longing to see you because last year we just gathered in the Zoom meeting. And I really so wonderful to see face to face in here. And my name is Father Paul Kim. My real Korean name is Hyun-woo Kim. I've been ordained 2010, and then I only 1 year worked in South Korea for assistant priest. And then I went to Australia for Fide Donum priest for 10 years. And then I came back to South Korea last year during the pandemic. And I started work for Stella and also Department of the Migrant. So I'm working, I'm learning many things from you guys, from email. Is Joey here?
No.
So normally sends us an email and then and I'm so glad to see you, and then I want to get to know you well tomorrow, next day, and I'm really excited. Thank you.
We call you Paul or Kim?
Kim.
Kim is easier?
Kim is easy.
No, for his
Kim is the
sake.
father.
Any name Kim here?
So,
Kim.
Paul.
South Korea.
Hello, everyone and brother. I'm from Myanmar, but I'm responsible in Bengal, Stella Maris. So it's a long time I'm working there, around maybe 20 years. I'm not the father, I'm Coco. I'm the father of wine three. Okay? So you can call me Coco. Yeah, that's my nickname. In my passport, it's Mr. Win Min. It's allowed. Nobody can. So Coco is better. So nice to meet you all. Yeah.
Okay. Take your place. You time us. Or my Myanmar if you want.
Yeah.
Yeah. In South Korea, I think that you are a bit there.
สวัสดีค่ะ I'm Apinya Chachis, Deputy Director Stella Maris in Thailand and Deputy National Director also. I'm a baby dinosaur for 18 years. For 18 years we work in the fishery department and we work for Stella Maris for the maritime trafficking in Thailand. Thailand.
Thank you.
Father every night. I'm so excited because the content is that there's a lot of workshop and group dynamics. So it just simply shows that I know nothing about this Stella Maris, and I'm so excited to learn many things from everyone. Thank you.
Right place.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Sister Joanne Lorilia. I'm from General Santos City. I took over the ministry last January 2020, and from Sister Susan Blanio. And Stella Maris, General Santos City is working closely with the fishers and the fishing communities around Sarangani Bay, as well as Davao, and also as far as Davao. That's it.
You can't really so big.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Father Victor Pompat from Diocese of Tagbilaran in Bohol. I might call myself as an old dinosaur because I've been in this ministry for so many years already. The first time I heard this, unfortunately, I was not able to go. It was in Poland, but I was not able to go. But that was the time I have been active with this group. So as to my ministry in Bohol, I'm taking good care of the seafarers family more than visiting ships because we didn't have the major port there. But now I've been so active as to the concern of the seafarers family. But I'm Victor Bompa from Tagbilaran.
Another dinosaur. I am Monsignor Dex Legitimas, in charge of the minor ministry in the Archdiocese of Cagayan de Oro, southern part of Mindanao. And luckily, our new Archbishop went with a young dinosaur in charge of the migrant ministry, especially land-based. And then in our diocese, both non-land-based and sea-based is one. And then I'm hoping that Bishop Pastor will appoint another young dinosaur to take charge of the national and as director of the AOS. You are our inspirations. Just as you inspired us also, of course. But we have to work on, go on with our work. Not easy, but with your support, with the support of our superiors, and of course, especially Father Bruno and Father Paulo, and the rest of the Salvadoran fathers, we are so grateful for their pastoring. They are helping us so much in our work, in our diocese, especially for the seniors. Thank you.
I'm afraid you have to take that. Too easy,
I am the young dinosaur from Rio de Oro. I am Father Alan Bungo. I was appointed by Archbishop Emeritus Ledesma as director of the migrants in order to assist Monsieur Text. So I was responsible for the land base in the beginning. And then COVID came. So what I did was just to meet the parish volunteers, and then after that, no more. We just celebrated the Mass during the Migrant Sunday. And then lately, I do not know, I was transferred at the cathedral, and then with my appointment at the cathedral, the appointment with the Migrant Apostolate, I think the AOS is also included. So I do not know, I have no choice but to attend with this training in order to know more about the apostolate, because I really do not have, well, I witnessed how Monsieur Tex did in the apostolate. Again, the Oro is so very busy, and he is also very inspired and enthusiastic to do the things about the migrants. Idol. He is my idol. And I hope that by virtue of obedience, of course, I hope that I can follow his example. Thank you very much. Nice meeting you all.
Welcome.
Good afternoon, everyone. For sure, I'm still young, but not a dinosaur. I'm Father John Bishon, the chaplain of Stella Maris, Cebu. I've been 8 years already in this ministry, but in these 8 years, I have not gone any serious training program for chaplains. This is, I think, the first time, and hopefully, for sure, this is an important training for me. For we have another reshuffling next year in our diocese, so this training will be used for my another parish assignment. Thank you very much from Cebu.
What he said is not true.
Last but not least,
Good afternoon. I'm Father Mark Diola from the Diocese of Masin. Also new to this apostolate, Stella Maris. Just like Father Bumpat, we have no active boards or big boards in Masin, but we have plenty of seafarers as by profession. So our main apostolate would be for the families, for the seafarers, support group, spiritual guidance, and also programs for the family. So new here in this ministry. So my first time also to attend this training program. So thank you for this opportunity.
thank you. You're not there.
From the south, but
So I kindly ask, keep this position, come here in front of before position, geographical position. Okay. Bruno, come here. Sister Kathleen, you want to say something to the group? Kathleen is the backbone of this program. Introduce yourself.
There's a little bit of confusion.
Okay. Good afternoon. Welcome everybody. I'm Sister Kathleen from General Santos, but I studied in Cebu, so I consider myself Cebuano, and I'm very happy. I was a missionary in Peru for 15 years, and then last year, almost 1.5 years, I work in the Vatican and help Father Bruno, our international director. I'm very happy to meet you, and I saw you by names because we are exchanging emails, and really I want to thank everyone because I'm just blessed to meet you serving our seafarers. 1/3 of them are Filipinos, so I am very happy in my mission. I'm learning with you, so again, welcome and nice meeting you. I am with Sister Amelu. She is from Cebu.
Pick up your position either here or you are in Rome, but you have to decide.
Roma.
I will just Jensen.
Paolo, you want to stay in Brazil or in the Philippines? In the Philippines.
The other side.
If I go by nationality, I go to Italy. I go by my heart.
Bugol.
Apertura, opening photo, will be a close one.
Okay, now.
Thank you very much, everyone.
After give your cell phone number to Sister Kathleen so she will send the picture to you. Okay. Otherwise we have to take 50 pictures every time.
Very well. I think that is good. We warm up a bit. But we warm up because we asked to reduce the temperature. Increase the temperature.
Okay, now.
It's perfect now. Thank you very much, Paolo. Okay. So, why we are here? The question is why we are here, something, because it has an answer, imagine. Okay? Last year, or better, 2 years ago, Stella Maris UK undergone a survey. They wanted to know, they investigating among all chaplains about the values and the mission, how they perceived their missions as chaplains in this Stella Maris family. That is a family with, it is an extended family, as we will learn afterwards by Father. And in that occasion, 2020, they understood that was something not going very well because they understood that through the analysis of the responses about what is the mission and what is the role of the poor chaplain, what is the mission of them, there were some discrepancy, okay? Sometimes big, among the chaplains worldwide. Okay, it was not very, not many chaplains responded, to tell you the truth, but they were puzzled. So they said, okay, let's deepen a bit and try to understand better, and at the same time to fill the gap in order to have a common sense of being a chaplain, let's say. So they appointed me said, since I have a bit of experience, he said, try to do something. So I propose a methodology, and here we are. The methodology was, first, a need assessment. Okay? The need assessment was done in two ways. One way was to interviewing different chaplains, regional coordinators, national directors, here and there. And through a survey that many of you responded to online. It was a questionnaire, basically. And the response were interesting. Okay. On the one hand, they confirmed different, what do you say, sensitivities. On the other hand, the responses did not exactly spotted big differences. Well, there are differences, but not so big. Okay, they are quality, let's say. And this, we collect 94 responses that are not very much, but it's about the 40%. 40% of 237 chaplains. But that is the first issue. But we don't know if that number is correct. That is the number that was given to me through the directory of Stella Maris UK. But then I discovered that it's not true. I don't know if they are more or less, but for sure they are not 237. Okay? For what refers to Asia, 4 out of 6 in Japan, 2 out of 3 in South Korea, 3 out of 3, unfortunately, the Taiwanese colleagues are not here, 6 out of 10 in the Philippines, 1 out of 2 Thailand, and 2 out of 13 in India. But to tell you the truth, yesterday I discovered that exists Vietnam. In that directory, Vietnam was not mentioned, and probably Vietnam didn't receive this invitation to. This is the first issue that it's important to understand. We don't know who we are, not entirely. Okay? It's an organization, it's big, it's worldwide, but is unknown to itself. Okay? Because this happened everywhere. The question was, do you feel skilled in your job? This is the worldwide, and it's not Asia, it's worldwide. I don't want to enter in, but it's important as an organization. 37% of all chaplains said they are not satisfied. 30% they said that they don't feel skilled in their performances. Hey, it's 1 out of 3. It's not a lower percentage. For those who said that they are not satisfied, majority are among the lay, not the religious, the lay. Okay? And 31% of that 37 are religious. The same here, the majority are lay, 50% of these 30% are lay, and the others are religious. This is the first bell that rang, because this means that there is a bit of, how do you say, insecurity, unrest, let's say. Okay? There are many chaplains that are not comfortable in what they are doing, not fully comfortable. Okay? For many reasons, I hear just there is the lack of financial resources, lack of human resources. Many said time, we don't have time. Some others said we don't have competencies when we are meeting locals, etc., etc. Many wide reasons not to feel comfortable in this role. Okay. So I try to understand. I put all the answer. I try to understand some factors. What is that is giving this comfort? You can see I put the answer in those two axes: the confidence in yourself, and the satisfaction for your work. Now it's very yellow, I don't know if you see, but I can resume, doesn't matter. Anyway, you will receive it, so don't worry. This line, that is the line that is expressed the maximum of confidence and satisfaction. The yellow that you don't see are contact with other chaplains, contact with bishops, working in ecumenical center, and contact with other organizations. What does it mean? It means that the most important element of comfortableness is when you are working with someone else, when you are sharing, when you are part of something, when you are growing up in the organization, because you are testing yourself in a way. Okay? For those who are alone, life is very difficult. For those who are alone, without resources, without skills, with no time, we know that many people are serving many tasks. That is the reason of the unrest. Element of satisfaction, but not of confidence, are from those very strong, there is correlation, very strong, with those who are working, some of you said, with the families of the seafarers, fishers, those who are taking care in a holistic way of the life of these people. Okay? Those who are providing or the possibility to provide, to meet, let's say, not provide spiritual comfort, but to meet spiritually the beneficiaries. Okay? Those who are, again, meeting the person, not providing a service, but having a relationship with the person, that is the seafarers or the fisher. Okay? When they enter in this relationship, this is very strong, gives confidence and satisfaction. Okay? I believe that many of you can fully understand what we are talking about here. Okay? I believe that many of you, most of the time, they are just providing something. And they have, because of no time, because the situation has changed, because you don't have, the seafarers have no time to spend with you. So basically this relationship with the beneficiaries is very thin, it's very limited. Okay? Putting in another slide, there are elements of force and elements of weakness that is affecting Stella Maris as a whole. The upper part are the positive factors, that is networking, life sphere, meaning when we meet the person, the support from the bishop, very strong, very important, collaborators and seafarer center. These 5 gives creativity, motivation, clarity, and energy to you. At the same time, below, there are the technical services, when we are providing just something physical, material. When you are working alone, the axis of the director, coordinator, regional coordinator, they are very weak. It gives uncertainty, isolation, frustration, and doubts. Okay? It's not that you belong up or down. This is the picture. Okay? There are elements that are strengthening or weakening the chaplains in the world in Stella Maris. At the end, the questionnaire was asking, since, say, you don't feel skilled, why? Because, of course, there are technical areas that are, they say, we are not very comfortable with maritime laws, with the security and safety on board, very technical. The other area was communication, very important. The world of the seafaring world has changed. Sister Kathleen, remember that 1/3 of the seafarers are Filipinos. Yes, but the other one, no. I mean, the other one, they are not Filipinos. Majority of them, they are not Catholic. Some of them are not Christian at all. So there is a problem of communication with these people. And there is the problem of communication with the environment. Because many chaplains said, we do our job, but we are unable to tell the other people out there about the story of these people, what they need in order to open up. Because the seafarers and fishers are living in a bubble, basically. It's an enclosed environment. It's not permeated with the rest of society. They live on ships in ports, and nowadays ports are separated. In majority of the world, they are separated from the rest of the towns where they are in. How can we bring the reality of seafarers and fishers to the population? The other area was networking, because we see it's important. We need to exchange, we need to learn from each other. We need to have a moment when we can understand if what we are doing has sense. And then there is the problem of management. Team buildings, management skills, for those who have volunteers, for those who are running centers, etc., etc. So, this is the background that brought us here. There is the transformation of the maritime industry. And with the transformation of the maritime industry in the last years, there is the transformation of the beneficiaries' needs and features. They changed. They changed the nationality, they changed the religious, they changed the language, they changed a lot. They don't speak your language, our language. But not language like Tagalog or Italian, our language, the way to understand each other, the border, the border of a life experience. They spend a long time on board, crews are shrinking, there are cases of exploitation, violence, trafficking, they are mounting up, and we are in front of them. That transformation impact, of course, on the work of for chaplains. Because some of them, I remember, they say, but we are questioning, I'm questioning myself. Who are we? Are we spiritual counselors, or we are social workers? Because we are taking care of the situation, like financial situation, rights, etc. So are we activists? And probably the answer is all of that. But in order to be able to be, we need to understand how to stay, how to accompany them, how to be close to them, and being aware of the many, of the dimension of the needs that they are experiencing. There is the suspect that many services that are provided by Stella Maris are not meeting the real needs. They are meeting, of course. Whatever you do, whatever we give to anyone is welcome. But is it exactly what they need? Question mark. There is no sharing of experience and no capitalization of competencies. Many chaplains said clearly this one. They're all dinosaurs. Many of them, they leave and they leave no one behind. There is no transmission because in many cases the work is interrupted. Okay? Because there is no care, not about you, you care, but there is no care about Stella Maris, about this transferring of experience and knowledge. Okay? And this lack, again, at the organizational level, to bring this world to the outer world and to get out of this bubble, to get out of this closed environment. Another chaplain told me something very interesting to me, that I am a sociologist. It's like the ship is like a total institution. A total institution is an institution, is a place where a life, entire life, is consumed inside. It's like prisons, it's like hospitals, it's like mental health houses, etc. There is a closed environment with rules, dynamics, internal, that are shaped internal. We need to be aware of all of this. Bruno already mentioned something. We are here with three objectives in mind. First, the first and the most important, involve you all in a peer-to-peer experience. Okay? Learn from each other, giving us to all and receiving back the other's experience. This in order to strengthen the knowledge, but not only the knowledge, who we are, to see our faces, to see that we exist. The second objective of this workshop is to test the contents, if they are interesting or not. And the third is to provide the dicastery and the other partner, Stella Maris UK, with the relevant insights in order to start up a process of renovation or support of poor chaplains. Okay? We work in 5 modules. This afternoon, in a few minutes, we start with how well do I know the organization, Stella Maris. Tomorrow, we will work on the beneficiaries, the way we see them, and if we see them in there, how we frame them and their needs. tomorrow afternoon we work on ourselves. What is your role? What is your values? What is your mission? What is your vision? And we put all together, because that is exactly the glue of an organization. On Wednesday, we work on the networking. We are performing with many other stakeholders, let's say. We will work on understanding better what are the rules of engagement when we are working with other people. And Wednesday afternoon, last one, we will talk about communication. We talk about the basics of interpersonal communication when we are engaging ourselves with other people, as well as with wider communication, how to communicate outside, how to communicate our work to other people, how to advocate the life of these people, how to defend, how to bring the problem that they are experiencing. Basically, this is all. As I introduced before at the very beginning, there are no formal lectures here. We learn about the exercise and discussion. Okay? So there is no leader here. There is no one that knows better than the others. Okay? Me, last of all. Okay? But we are all able to put ourselves at service of the others. And we are doing this. The setting is a team building setting, meaning that, as I promised, every day there will be many activities. Okay? And we will sit very little time. Today you will have a lecture from Bruno that is the longest lecture that you will receive in these days. The rest are discussions, not lectures. My role, the role of facilitators, is to move and to bring together different positions and to harmonize them. Okay? This is my role. Peer-to-peer, and that's it.